Welcome to Ramjack. I'm Alex. The other guy's name is Brad, and you're listening to a segment from episode 208, which we recorded all the way back in December of 2014. On the podcast, we like to play the game, Giving Advice, the game, where people from all walks of life seek help, and Ramjack is there to give it to them. Now, what makes 208 special is it was the first episode where we opened up that door to people who may be experiencing paranormal activity in their lives. And Brad and I are here to help them. Just so you know, if this wasn't clear for people who've listened to this before, or if you're a first-time listener, Brad and I are both atheists, and we do not shy away from that when we give advice. So, without further ado, enjoy.
Alex, we've helped Mormons.
Yeah?
I'd like to help some new people.
Let's do it. I think that we've covered enough ground with the Mormons that we're prepared to help any group now.
All right. Alex, I'm gonna read the question first, and then I'll tell you the form.
Sweet.
Would having sexy time with a spirit be considered cheating? Yes! Alex,
that's not an answer to the question. That's just me being really excited.
This is from the Creepy Hollows forum. Discuss the paranormal, magic, metaphysical, and everything else at the world's first spirit-keeping forum.
If any people need help beyond the Mormons, it's these people.
Oh, yes. This is a spirit-keeping forum. This is in paranormal collecting subgroup spirit-keeping. So...
What is, paranormal collecting and then keeping a spirit with you?
Yeah, spirit keeping.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So you've trapped a spirit, and now this woman is worried whether having
Alex,
sex...
Let me just read you what this forum is first.
Okay, by all means, yes.
Creepy Hollows is the world's first website dedicated to spirit keeping and paranormal collecting! ! We have always been the premier site for those who want to further their journey in the paranormal and metaphysical. It is a sanctuary for discriminating collectors. We deal with spirits, spells, haunted artifacts, and more. We offer many amenities at no charge. For us, Ash and Magnolia, this is our passion, our life, and our second family. Take a look around our site and you'll see this is the most welcoming, caring community of its kind for those who want to pursue a life in the paranormal. What is this place?
To pursue a life in the paranormal? Wouldn't it be with the paranormal? It's not real, but...
This should have been. It's about spirit. I don't know. I'm trying to just find what the hell is spirit keeping.
That blows my mind. I think it's people who trap spirits and keep them against their will,
and often buy them.
Yeah.
They also
they're trading.
They're also
so now we've made
spirits.
So can spirits be slaves? Is that what we're learning from this?
I don't know.
Can you own someone else's spirit once their body's dead? Because I think that's wrong. Call me crazy.
Well, if you go to there's a link there to a marketplace. It's www.bestparanormalsellers.com.
Did you send me the link?
Oh, I'll send it to you right now.
Please do.
So, if you'd like to buy angel therapy and healing reading, or maybe a haunted spiritual supportive guide, male psi elder vampire, if you'd like to buy one of those.
A male psi vampire?
Alex, it's a haunted spiritual support guide, male psi elder vampire, turquoise nugget necklace. This is the listing for the necklace, which serves as the vessel for a much revered 1,000-year-old male elder vampire. He's very spiritual and connected to all aspects of our world and the elements, as well as various other planes, particularly the astral plane. He has French, Mexican, and Native American background and a gentle, chivalrous, very peaceful way about him. His energy is huge and very cleansing. He purifies his keeper's environment every time he comes near, so it is not difficult to know when he's approaching. His keeper may also sense a slight sag fragrance, which would be him even more thoroughly cleansing his keeper's home. What the fuck? Unlike some vampires, he is very easy to bond with, clear to understand from day one, and is very warm, loving, and cares deeply about his keeper. He will help his keeper grow spiritually, gain insight into their world, of who they are, and help them understand the path they are on, as well as to avoid or ease the way of any bumps in the road.
Brad?
Yes?
Can I read you a priceless item that I found on here since the link?
Please read me a priceless item.
Much to your vampire pendant. Mm-hmm. I have right here the listing for haunted, brilliant and beautiful clear quartz pendant. harboring the spirit of a female white dragon.
Oh.
That's, to me, okay, let me just read a little bit. This listing is for the pendant, which serves as the vessel for a brilliant and beautiful female white dragon. She is truly regal and majestic, wise and maternal. She never fails to offer sage, sound advice, often without asking her for help or calling her. This dragon sounds like that one woman's mother.
Like, people are selling shit on here.
But not in a negative, pushy way as far as her helping. How much would you pay for this, Brad?
For a dragon?
For a pendant that harbors the spirit
right.
of a very helpful dragon who will give you help whether you want it or not. Whether you ask for it or not.
I mean...
You need it. It knows.
I would say upwards of 37 cents.
Presently, and there's still quite a bit of time left on this auction, it is priced at $164.
What the fuck?
Brad, are there any things that you have that harbor the spirit of something that you could sell on here for upwards of $150?
I didn't say anything. But what I've got right here in my hand, it's a spirit pencil. It says crazy art. It's a black coloring pencil. All right.
Okay, but who's inside of it?
That's what I was gonna say. You don't realize it, you think it's like, oh, this is just like a pencil, like no big deal. The lead's even broken on it. This seems like a terrible pencil, but the lead's broken because it harbors a very powerful wizard.
Oh, now I'm listening.
Yeah, he's a gentle wizard that will protect you and help smooth the dark patches in your life. And guys, I'm gonna start the bidding at $33.
33.
That's where I'm starting.
That's low for a wizard.
That's where I'm gonna start. I know it'll go up, but I want to.
How did he get trapped in the pencil, Brad? Was it a magician's trick gone wrong? Was he doing like a polyform or like
he was
transmutation? Was alchemy gone wrong?
He was friends with Merlin the wizard. That's how powerful a wizard he is. But he was betrayed by Mordred, who turned Merlin against him and tricked him. And then Merlin himself trapped him in this pencil, not realizing that he had been fooled. But he's still able to really help, put a positive energy into your world. And if you buy that pencil, I'm sure you'll realize it too. So a friend of Merlin.
A friend of the original wizard in many cases, who apparently was time traveling to a point in time where they had pencils like this one, or maybe had the foresight to remember what pencils looked like and trapped them in a vessel that would, have legs in the future.
Yep, that's what happened.
Could that pencil have been put into a magician's time capsule and now it's been released and Brad happened to find it? Brad's doing something that seems majestic.
It's pretty magical, guys. Look at
what
this.
Brad is doing is he's holding the pencil.
It looks like it's made of rubber.
And it looks like it's made of rubber.
Oh my gosh.
know that's a wooden pencil. This is priceless.
Purely magical.
I think you're going to see that
purely magical.
You're going to see that $33 double, if not triple, if not quadruple.
$38.
38? I thought it was 33. Did it already jump up in value?
It's going up.
We already sky's the limit. This wizard needs to be sold quick.
We got golden doodles to buy.
We got golden doodles.
So, Alex.
So this is legal. Because this is what Amazon and eBay banned. Because they didn't understand the spirit world.
No.
Who does?
Oh, one of those big business buffoons. Alex, let's go back to our question now. We're in the forums.
I'm sorry. Now that we know the community.
Yes. Would having sexy time with a spirit be considered cheating? I know there are people on the forum who are in long-term relationships and don't mind this. I think it's a controversial subject. If my girlfriend was spirit keeping and she had sexual relations with a spirit, I wouldn't be okay with that at all. I consider it cheating. How is that any different than doing that with a person?
Well, interesting question.
What do you think, Alex?
Is that the whole thing?
That's the question. That's all he said. That's his question. Is it different? Is it okay?
At most, having a sexual affair with your kept spirit is highly creative.
I think it's rape.
Non-traditional masturbation.
It's a kept spirit, so it's a slave. So I think that's rape.
Okay, outside of playing along with the concept of conspiracy.
What are you talking about?
That's where I was going with. At most, it's fanciful, weird masturbation. But going along with this, Brad is correct. It is a slave that you've bought at a high price.
Do not fuck this pencil. All right?
You can't fuck that pencil.
Do not.
Or the spirit that dwells within. You don't even know, because how do you know if that wizard would even want to have sex with you, and you're going to force it to have sex with you?
There's a power dynamic there that's not okay. So guys,
it's not okay.
Just know, when you bet on this pencil, and I know you're going to.
You're going to bite on it.
You're going to want to. Do not fuck the pencil.
Look, don't wrap a smile around that pencil. Don't do it.
Don't. Fire 083 has this to say: it is different than cheating, largely because there is no physical interaction. It's like fantasizing while having some alone time.
Basically what I said. But still in the realm of insanity. Look, it's not cheating. It's just a ghost. It's just a ghost. It's just a spirit of a dragon that wants to have sex with you. A white female dragon that wants to penetrate you. Or be penetrated. It's cool. It's not cheating.
Winter Griffin has this to say: I think it largely depends on the keeper. It depends on their skills and beliefs. If someone is advanced enough where it is much more than being a wet dream, then it falls to how they perceive cheating. If they are not, it is much easier to write it off, I suppose.
Wait a minute. These people have skills to make spirits do things? Are people pretending that Pokemon is real spirits?
I personally could not. I am all for fantasies, but I am not of the mindset that spirit keeping is a fantasy. So to me, it would be very real, and very much a violation of faithfulness on my end. I am unsure if how much it would bother me if a significant other did it, but I do not think I could even go there, as my brain is not wired like that. Now, there are people who are able to have open relationships. In that case, I think it is an excellent way to experiment. But truth be told, best thing for any relationship is to sit down and talk about what you're comfortable with.
Can you imagine dating someone for a few months and them always wearing like a weird necklace and having it around and them saying, okay, look, I was a little one. I wasn't totally truthful with you. I'm a spirit keeper. Excuse me?
Bye.
I've been having sex with someone.
No, cool. I got the check.
Later. Late.
Farewell.
Au revoir.
I have dated some crazy fucking people.
And Brad, there's a new community for you to date a lot of crazy people in.
This is so far above what I knew to exist in the universe.
This is one of the weirder things I've ever heard of.
Yep.
Because to them, spirit keeping is... I want to get into the head of a spirit keeper. Like, I don't... Obviously, they're willing to pay huge amounts of money to traffic spirit slaves. But to them, is it something that they have a skill to, like... Like, why did they use the word skill?
Dude,
a skill at what? Like, manifesting a spirit?
Let's read a couple more of these. And maybe we'll see what we can get from it.
All right, that makes more sense, and it's also more fun. But just really quick... because I don't know if grow up and shut up applies in this case.
I think it does. Grow up. Heavy on the grow up. And, okay, maybe don't shut up, but, like, shut up about this to anyone else in the world except your therapist.
Yeah.
Talk to your therapist. Shut up to everybody else.
But as far as it being, like, assuming that it was real, as far as it cheating, it really depends on the individual, I guess.
Spirits aren't real, so it's not a thing.
Spirits aren't real.
So, here's some more advice. Like, read a history book and not like a paranormal romance book or whatever nonsense you're reading.
And don't try to make your life a paranormal romance.
Oh.
That white dragon that lives inside of your pendant, it's not real. It's not real. Dragons never existed, so I don't know why you think that's happening.
All right.
Go ahead.
Next question. My oldest son's angel and dragon visited him last night. This is from Genesis Love. Yesterday, my youngest son, L.A., we're using his initials, I guess, because we got L.A.'s and T.A.'s here.
I would love if he was named Los Angeles.
My youngest son, Los Angeles, first vessel arrived. Because he was the first to ask me for a binding because of a dream he had, this is the post. Read the update about 4 posts down to understand, blah, blah, blah. My oldest son, T.A., Los Angeles, came running into the room saying, "Where's my angel and dragon?" I said, I am sorry, honey. I ordered Los Angeles's first before I knew you wanted one. It's coming. Be patient. He put his head down and walked out. My husband commented that I should have waited until everyone's bindings were in to give them out. I just wasn't thinking. I didn't know he would be so upset. You're the worst mom. You have 2 kids, like, you ordered things for them at different times, and then you gotta wait. Like, first of all, first advice right there.
Where's my dragon? Well, it's in the mail.
Worst.
The spirit is traveling in a box across the country. Your slave will be here soon, child.
Unbeknownst to me, T.A., Los Angeles, started talking to his dragon and angel in private. He said he first asked them that they move something, but nothing happened. Then he asked them to play with the lights, but nothing. He said he got really sad and said, can you at least tell me your names? Again, nothing. So he went to sleep. The dream. He said he was home alone. He was home alone, sleep with his little brother, Los Angeles, and a friend when they experienced an earthquake. Oh, makes sense. And they experienced an earthquake. Los Angeles and Los Angeles experienced an earthquake. Then they walked into the living room and something started pulling on the friend's hair, hurting him. Then they ran back into the bedroom and got under the covers because they heard a man yelling. Then they saw smoke everywhere in the room and they were breathing the smoke and could not see. Then they were transported to this field. It was morning and they were prisoners of a group of guards that were leading them someplace. They were dressed in black and gray with helmets and spears. Then they heard a loud roar and one of the guards said, let's go check this out in case it's an animal that will attack us. Then the guards led them towards the noise. Then T.A., Los Angeles, noticed that the ground turned into a scaly, dirty gold surface. But the guards did not notice. Then Los Angeles, and the friend saw a ditch within the scaly surface, and they jumped into the other side of the ditch. Then that is when they heard "Get down" in a really deep, loud male voice. Then the surface they were on started diving down and they heard a male voice say, hold on. That is when Los Angeles looked up and saw the dragon's head. And then Los Angeles distracted Los Angeles and said, look at me, Los Angeles, and was climbing all over the dragon's wings and hanging off of it. Los Angeles looked at the other wing where the guards were and they were gone. It seems the dragon was crouched on a cliff, and when the boys and the guards got on the dragon wings, he dived down and let the guards fall. Then they ended up in a station, like Grand Central Station, and he looked, and they were on their feet walking with a black male. Los Angeles said he asked the black male, are you my dragon? He said, yes. Then Los Angeles saw, I love calling him Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Then Los Angeles saw a woman walking towards them, and Los Angeles asked the dragon, is that my angel? And he said, yes, her name is Kur, or it's either KR or QR, and my name is KR or GR, Kur or Gur, so it's Kur and Gur. Los Angeles told me that he's not really sure how to spell their names, he just knows how it sounds. Sounds like Tur and Gur. They were in a line with the angel and dragon, walking up to a really big tall desk that was taller than him, with a really big woman, but all they could see was her waist. When they walked up to the desk, the woman turned to them and then started writing something down, and then he woke up. He ran to me this morning joyful and excited. He said he felt loved and safe, knowing that they were with him. By the way, none of my children read this or any other forums about spirits or spirit keeping. All that they know, I have told them or personally shown them. Los Angeles did not know that a dragon can shapeshift into a human. What do you think?
You win an award for worst mom on a lot of fronts, lady.
You're the worst! What are you doing?
Just so you know, I'm the one that's feeding my children lies about reality. That's all me. But he didn't know that dragons could transform into humans. I guess it is real.
You dumb fucker. How stupid are you?
Look, you named your children Los Angeles and Los Angeles.
Serious. I mean, come on.
The third golden doodle should be named Los Angeles.
Never.
It has to be.
No, sorry. Can't.
I will call it lovingly Los Angeles every time I meet it.
I'm gonna name him Tostig, and you're gonna call him Los Angeles.
Yes, of course.
Amazing.
Oh, it's little Los Angeles. He'll get confused.
Aw.
Wow. This definitely informs the world of the spirit keepers much more.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Blaze Tiger Natai writes to this. There was a whole lot of amazing. That's so great. I'm so happy for you. Your kids are awesome. But here, a bit of caution about spirits and entities with kids. They most likely shouldn't tell their friends, because it could be they aren't real friends, and the whole school finds out. That might never happen, or it could. I would just tell them to be cautious. Also, Merry Christmas.
Look, I don't want to say anything, but I might have told some people when I was in school about my spirits and my little crystals and the black man dragons that, haunted my dreams. And I was ridiculed and made a social pariah. Maybe be careful there. Also, happy holidays.
I just realized this. On this forum, they have, information about the user. And, you see that this person's posted 167 posts, sure. They joined November 10th, 2014. And they've already made 167 posts?
It's a strong community, man. These people love their spirits. They're keepers of the spirits.
She has 7 spirits.
Why would you need one? First off, these people are greedy. If you have one spirit, I'll grant you 2. Why do you need 7 spirits?
Her favorite spirit to work with are angels. If she could be anything, she would be an angel. Her superpower would be to read other people's minds.
Wow.
Just so you know.
So she has an army of slave angels. She had 7 slave angels. Mm-hmm. Poor angels. What would this woman have them do? Can you imagine being a spirit creature and then being the slave to the worst person ever?
Yikes.
You didn't fucking order their things at the same time? You're the worst mother ever. Shut up, angels. Yeah. I own you. Can you move something really quick? I just need to know you're there. Fuck you. No, I don't want to move anything. I'm trapped. Help me out of this crystal.
God, it's terrible. They're the worst people. It's oh God, it's these dummies. Oh, no one else from this stupid forum. I wish sensible people believed in us. I got one more here, Alex.
Is that what? That would be amazing if everything that Brad and I have ridiculed is real, and they're like, fuck. We need smart people to believe in it. We need people who understand things. We need a spirit freeing.
All right, Alex. We have one more person that needs some help.
Goodness.
This is Jessica C. My werewolf experience.
Oh no.
Just so you know, she's got six spirits. Her spelled number is 1. Her favorite spirit to work with is a dragon/werewolf. If she could be anything, she would be a werewolf.
Wait, a dragon and a werewolf?
It says dragon/werewolf. I don't know if that's one of each or if it's
a dragon that turns into a giant werewolf when the moon's full.
Her superpower would be see spirits in true form, and her magical/paranormal name is Anastasia Birthright. So, already, that's what we're dealing with. Here is the post.
Los Angeles is a much better spiritual name.
Definitely. I've had my astral black werewolf now for about a month, and we're bonding very well together.
My astral black werewolf? Okay.
Yeah. What are you, astral werewolf racist? What's your problem?
No, I just...
Hey, we're bonding very well together. I thought I might share something that happened to me this morning. I was running a little late for work, as usual, LOL. I don't live very far from work, but some days I get stuck behind traffic or experience other minor obstacles. Anyways, I was running a little later than normal, and I was driving a little fast. The roads were potentially icy in some places due to the dropping temperatures and heavy frost, which I was aware of because I had to scrape my windshield before leaving. I love really getting the important details of what it's like to go to work in the morning.
Look, I'm 5 minutes from it, but traffic, it's weird.
I felt a sense of foreboding as I came barreling around a curve and had to slam on my brakes for a utility truck who was doing God knows what in the middle of the road. As I came safely to a stop, a good distance away from the truck, I felt this sudden, sharp, headachy pain in my right temple. I felt immediately that it was a reprimand from my wolf to slow down. He really takes...
Not a brain tumor.
Not whiplash. He really takes his job of protecting me seriously. LOL.
But he hurts you.
I didn't feel threatened or chastised at all. On the contrary, I felt that he was genuinely concerned and wanted to make sure he had my attention. The pain was there very briefly, and then gone just as fast. Who knows? He could have saved my ass this morning. LOL. Has anyone else had a similar experience? Much love and blessings. Anybody? Anybody have an experience like that?
Hey, hello? Is anyone out there?
Has anyone thrown out their brakes and then felt a bit of a headache, but known it was a werewolf?
But I knew in my heart of hearts it was my new werewolf companion.
Listen,
I don't talk to the other ones I've had for the last years.
I don't know.
Those 6 are just jerks.
I don't know a lot about spirit keeping, but like, are werewolves known for like giving you headaches when you put on your brakes in traffic?
Are werewolves, angels, and dragons spirits? Or fantasy creatures? I don't know anymore, Brad.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever read.
It really is pretty dumb. Look, I came around a corner, and look, I felt this weird pressure behind my temple. I'm pretty sure my werewolf was in my head and just gave me a little bit of a little push to let me know to slow down. It happened after I slowed down,
Yes.
but that doesn't matter. He was just telling me that, look, you should continue to slow down. I love my werewolf. My spirit name is Los Angeles. Is anyone out there? Anybody? Anybody?
Anybody know anything about what are you talking about?
I was waiting for the moment for like a wolf to jump out of the woods like in front of her car, because that would be a much more exciting and thrilling story, other than I got a slight headache when I slammed on the brakes because I was late for work again, even though I'm so close to work.
This is why you cannot believe in nonsense, people, because if you start down the rabbit hole, because I mean, this isn't any different than people talk about angels because they believe in the Bible. It's the same bullshit.
Oh, it is the same bullshit, but I will say that the Mormons are at least more normalized to society than these people. Because if you think a fucking werewolf is in your head, a werewolf spirit, you've already removed the physicality of this creature and reduced it to like an ephemeral, like something, and it gives you a headache? Fuck you.
You've taken an imaginary thing, a werewolf, and now you've divorced it from even being a werewolf. Now it's just a thing that apparently you can buy for between $38 and $200.
You know, Brad, you're right, though. This is no different than the Mormons, because how different is a werewolf spirit to magical underwear?
Yeah. Like,
how different is a truck in the middle of the road to, I need to find a bridesmaid dress that doesn't show my underwear, my magical weirdo underwear?
Like, listen, people, like, there are dangers for believing things that aren't real. You gotta believe things that are real and try to avoid.
You need to be afraid of real things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to be afraid of. I mean, don't let it rule your life, but there's a lot of things you should be worried about.
Seriously. Like,
don't worry about your wolf spirits.
Did you vote? Did you vote on election day? Or were you too busy, like, buying spirits? Like,
look, I was trying to go in to get voting, and then all of a sudden my new werewolf, I called him Jenkins, I got a weird feeling behind my temple, and I just thought it was a sign for me not to go in. The Republicans won anyway. Stop.
Like, I mean, fucking hell. Like, people are being murdered in the streets, and you're worried about fucking werewolves.
Now, what alarms me, I mean, obviously since we've been talking, I feel more leery of these spirit people than of the Mormons, but they're both just as crazy.
Yeah.
Like, both of them are crazy.
Well, it's rooted
there is
in the
no
same
difference.
Nonsense.
It's just that religion is more normalized in our culture, where this kind of obscure new agey shit isn't, and people are like, that's straight up crazy. Hey dog, all of your stuff's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what, if anyone's religious, I want to start throwing this at them now.
I mean, like...
How do you know God isn't out there? Well, let me introduce you to these people called spirit keepers. Oh, that's not true. Is it? Because your shit ain't true either, guys. It's just as ridiculous.
Believing that you have an astral spirit black werewolf in, like, a magic stone that you bought on the internet. I mean, it's not that much crazier than believing a magical sky god sacrificed himself to himself for the abject purpose of rectifying the infractions to an arbitrary series of laws that he himself created with the foreknowledge that they would be broken. Like...
Truth.
Come on.
Yeah, there you go. It's all crazy. Grow up and shut up.
Grow the fuck up. Grow up. Grow up, grow up, grow up, grow up. Talk to your therapist. Shut up to everybody else.
Until the therapist gives you the all clear. And it's going to take a lot of work.
Yeah.
You're going to have a lot of sessions.
You maybe need...
Leave the crystals at home. You're going to eventually take those crystals and put them in a box and send them away.
Find some friends. Like, do something.
If you continue to have like a weird pressure behind your eye also, lady, maybe go get a CAT scan or MRI. I mean, do something. That could be something serious. Who knows?
Yeah.
You could have serious migraine problems. It could be your wolf spirit, or it could be a problem.
Yeah.
Get it fixed. See what's up.
Yeah. Well, guys,
Brad, I was not prepared for that spirit trek.
You can't be.
That is easily the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering if anyone who has a crystal is a crazy spirit keeper.
Dude, come on.
I saw a crystal necklace somewhere recently, like out and about in the real world, and I made a mental note of my head, but I don't remember who had it. I think it was someone at work that I'm not really like acquainted with, or I think they're harboring a spirit at work. There's a slave at work.
There's a 65% chance that has a unicorn spirit somewhere.
She has 7, dude.
Oh, definitely.
The max is around 6 or 7. She thinks that her baby is going to be a unicorn.
Oh, boy.
They're hoping beyond hope that the spirits have endowed her with a mythical unicorn child.
Oh, boy. Guys, we have a friend that went to college with, who's a crazy person that is unicorn obsessed. I'll post a link in the Facebook group to article written about her when she had like the largest unicorn collection in the world or some such nonsense.
It was like within the Tri-County area.
Okay.
It's not even the largest unicorn collection. It was terrifyingly large.
Yeah, it was freaky.
I have been witness to part of it, like a diminished version, but Jesus.
Yeah.
Isn't real, but so crazy.
Thank you for listening to Ramjack. Again, I'm Alex. The other guy is Brad. If you like what you hear, there's just so much content from our podcast that we've been doing for a little over 10 years. Go to the website, ramjackpodcast.com. You can also subscribe through whatever podcast app you have. Thank you for listening. Grow up and shut up. Take care, and we'll see you on the podcast.